Sorry, I think
Yes.
we have to take a call now very quickly. Let's hear from Tunji Abayomi. He joins us on phone. He's a lawyer. Good morning, and thanks for joining us. Looking at the review of this particular Bayelsa election, tell us what you think about the outcome.
Okay, I'm going to. I'm talking about the Bayelsa election. It is important to appreciate that the prerogative, entire authority for the conduct of election is vested by the Constitution on INEC, what we call the OUS powers. That is to say, organize, supervise, undertake, and supervise. The OUS organize, undertake, and supervise all elections that are filed by the Constitution. Now, that prerogative is really not limited unless it's as limited by the Constitution, and I don't see any problem in Bayelsa. So they have the power to decide how that election is conducted. The second point I want to say is this. In our country, we have continually emphasized the problem of leadership. I think we should begin to emphasize the problem of followership in this nation. If our people are not disposed mentally and in terms of value to conduct and assure simple election, I think there's a problem here. So let us now begin to move away from leadership and concentrate on the responsibility of the people to the ideas of government enshrined in an imperfect constitution. So this is my position on the Bayelsa election.
You know, when you talk about followership, one key aspect here has to do with violence. Let's look at violence. You know, time and again, when we talk about violence in the conduct of elections, no one claims ownership of the thugs, of the militants, of those who perpetrate violence on the day.
Well, it's the responsibility. In my view, the state has responsibility to assure security. That is the first duty of the state. And so, the state must find a way to curtail the appetite of our people for violence, a recurring decimal in matters of election. But again, in part of the agreement and signatures, we need to ensure that leaders that promote violence are simply disqualified from participating in the election. There's a need for a more strict and rigid enforcement of law to ensure that this nation knows some fresh air, a breath of civility. We just cannot continue the way we are because the era of violence is expanding every day because of, I think, the low capacity of government to deal with it.
For EKJ, he wants to see that the team, the security agencies that
and INEC too.
And even INEC
yes,
should be changed. He wants to see an entirely fresh team going for the elections in southern Ijaw. While for some members of the APC, if you look at the front page of the Nigerian Tribune, they're calling for a total cancellation of the particular election and a fresh one. What's your reading?
That the INEC, under the authority of the Constitution, is power to organize elections and title it in mind. So decide how election is correct, including the company that is election. If an election is consumed in violence, then there is no election. And if there is no election to have leaders, then the election must be conducted. Even if the state has put in all the apparatus of the state, including all the military, show election. Because there are government without election. And there can be no election where it is confidence.
Okay, Mr. Abayomi, we've talked about the military, the security agents, INEC, and even political followers, those who follow politicians. What role does the electorate have to play in Bayelsa during the supplementary elections that will be held, and also in forthcoming elections in the country? What role does the electorate have to play to ensure that things go seamlessly?
The electorate, the responsibility of the electorate, and they should wake up, is to ensure that they secure the rights that the Constitution invests in them to constitute government over themselves. Therefore, they should confront those who manipulate and use violence and ensure that it just does not happen. Again, when the people wake up, I think that the pride of liberty is eternal vigilance. The people must simply be determined that they want to have election and vote peacefully and have the leader of their choice through their vote.